Good morning, my name is Steven and welcome aboard Quantum of the Seas for another day. We're here in Ensenada, Mexico, which is actually technically her first official visit here, so that's pretty cool and ceremonial. This is just the start of many more visits here in Ensenada though. She'll be here in Cabo quite a bit, going back and forth, so if you're not here, you're gonna be in Cabo, if not both, so it's really cool that we get to be a part of one of the first sailings here. It seems like a good amount of people did get off. The ship is quite empty. There's still a good amount of people on board, but at least some people got off. We have a short day here though. We got in at 8:30 and we're gonna be leaving early at around 3 o'clock, which is, I feel like a lot earlier than I'm used to. I feel like we usually go till 4:30 or 5 maybe. So it's a weird short day, so not enough to really get off and do things, especially since I kind of got a late start. We're finally uploading day one, so if you've seen day one video already, then it was uploaded today while I was here in Ensenada, so there you go. That's why we're getting a late start, but let's go ahead and get to it. That thing is literally the bane of my existence. Look at it, staring at me, mocking me. I couldn't get a reservation. I tried, I really did. The trick with that is it's free in port days, cost extra on sea days, and today is our only port day. So I was supposed to log in yesterday night at 7, but I was busy and I kind of forgot about it. By the time I remembered, I thought I got a reservation, but it kind of failed and didn't go through. So app unreliable. Steven's unreliable, and we don't have a reservation for North Star, but we've done it before. I feel like the two big main attractions, iFly and North Star, for this class of ship, we didn't get onto it. We didn't do it. iFly is broken, and North Star is because Steven's silly and didn't get a reservation. That's unfortunate. It really is. I am so sorry about that. If you've ever wondered what the Pongs are up to on a cruise, excluding me, it's probably just chilling in a pool somewhere. Actually, I was thinking about it. Everyone's kind of chilling, relaxing, and I kind of want to do things. I feel like I didn't do much yesterday, so today we're gonna get off in Ensenada. Why not, right? Normally we don't always get off, but I think we're just gonna get off really quickly, get a few photos, and grab something to eat real quick. And we're gonna cross through this casino that we never get to come through because usually when it's open, we don't get to record in here, and I didn't record it on the first day, so I guess here's your tour of the casino as I walk through. Tons of slot machines. It is also smoking, so it's not smoking when it's closed, so right now, no smoking, but later on tonight, yep, tons of tables, actually. There's a good amount of tables here. And there's actually a Texas Hold'em poker table, which my uncle would love that. Gangway down. Gangway in the wall. No, I'm just kidding, that's just where they store the sign, it's that way. Quantum will see you real soon. Finally get to stand beside this beautiful ship that is way too freaking tall to capture in one shot. Just look at this massive ship. Wow. Look, I know I don't normally get off, but sometimes it's nice to get off and just admire the ship because you don't actually get to see it. When you're living in it, you don't really realize how massive it is. Sometimes the world feels smaller while you're on board, but looking at this massive thing standing beside it, like we still have a really good sized ship. You could say like, oh, well, it's not an Oasis class ship. Oh, it's not Icon of the Seas. Or it's not, some enter massive ship name here. But this ship is still impressive. There's so much on board this ship. It is so tall. It's crazy. Like it's still wild that is a cruise ship and everything that is on board that ship is on board. But enough about that. Let's just walk down the path. I have a small, quick adventure for us. Now, if you're willing and able to walk, you can take the walk. It's about 15 minutes downtown. I'm gonna be barely going there. There's one thing I wanna try, and that's fish tacos. There's a good fish taco place that I know of, but I'm just gonna grab one real quick while we're here in Ensenada. So if you're here, just follow the path all the way out. As we come towards the exit of the port, we're gonna cut left on this bridge and follow the path all the way down.
I can see, I can feel you from a million miles away, like the earth moves with every step you take. I don't know you, but I want you. All I do is think of ways to get close.
About a 15-minute walk. We had to go a little bit of a route. This is kind of what the map looks like. It's a place called Tacos Mobile, and I love their fish tacos. They are really good, and they're pretty decent. $2.50 a fish taco, plus $2.50 for a Coca-Cola, and that's just $7.50 for a pretty good lunch. I can't say no to that. However, if you are interested in more fish taco places, a video coming soon. It's just a close, convenient place, not too bad, right near the downtown area. You could take a bus here. I think it just goes somewhere right over there. But anyways, fish taco time. We just had to get a fish taco. It's right across the street from McDonald's, but you know what? This is phenomenal. I already know this is good. If you didn't know, Ensenada was the birthplace of the fish taco. And so when you come here, if you're looking for authentic food, the fish taco is the thing to get. You gotta get it. And it's so much better here than it is anywhere in America. You don't go to a fancy restaurant paying $20 for 2 fish tacos. That's not how it works here. All for the better, to be quite honest. Terrible angle, I know, but since we're here for just a short time in Ensenada, I'm gonna eat this really quick. Done. World's fastest eater, if you didn't know. Basically, if you're looking for what I'm talking about, look for McDonald's. It's right next to it. They do have other kinds of tacos. I've never tried their other tacos, but I'm sure they're phenomenal as well. But the fish tacos is really what I go for. I know I've had a streak of not actually going to get off in Ensenada, but it might be worth it just for the fish tacos. Just get off, grab a meal, quick bite to eat, and then get back on the ship. Not a bad idea. As quick as we got here is as quick as we go back. I think there's a better route that we could take that I did probably smarter, because this is the main road perpendicular to where you exit the port. So I think we're just gonna try walking all the way down the street and then we're gonna turn right in the port. It should be so much easier than what I did before. It's just a little less scenic, you know? So this is where we came out of earlier, but usually they don't always have this market going on. It's really cool that they do. I think it's only on Saturdays, maybe Sundays, or maybe Fridays. I'm not sure, but I don't always see it here. That's all I could say. But that's where we came out of. So we're gonna try and just keep on heading straight and seeing what this path is like.
Baby, hold tight, 'cause I know that we're changing, but I will be forever young in your arms. Tell the story by you and me. Of our love, she gon' love you like summer 15. Hold tight, 'cause I know that we're changing.
The path I took was fewer turns, but it definitely was the less touristy area. I kind of generally gauge on when I'm walking, is there a lot of tourists around me or am I just with a lot of locals? And so that's what it ended up being. It's not that dangerous of a street. There's nothing really too wrong with it. In fact, I didn't have any problems. And I feel like I have more reason to be worried, not because I'm a celebrity or anything, but actually because I'm carrying around a pretty heavy camera and it's I do sometimes paint a target on my back by carrying this. I feel like if you were to go out and try to rob someone, that'd be the reason. Maybe I'm just really silly, but I never really worry about it too much. Certainly taking the more scenic route is safer. There's a lot more people around and you don't have to really worry about anything. I just wanted to try an alternate route just to try it, and I did it, and you kind of saw what it looked like. It's not bad. I don't really feel like I'm a good authority on whether something's safe or not because I'm not too heightenedly aware of what's going on around me. I'm just staring into a camera most of the time. The really good thing is though, is that no matter what, all the way through, you could pretty much see the ship. It towers over. As long as you can see the ship, you know where you are. I feel safe. So I guess in summary, you could take the first route I showed you, which is a little bit more on the path with everyone else. You take the second route that I showed you, it goes a little bit off the beaten path, but fewer turns, probably even faster too. Or you could just pay to take the bus. It's $4 round trip. It's right there. Might as well. Can't hurt. And then when you get off the bus, just ask them for directions to McDonald's and they'll get you there. Few different options. I just like walking, I guess, and saving money, but you don't have to. You could be smarter than me. Not that hard, actually. You probably already are. So let's get back on board. And like that, we're back aboard and we're back in the casino. Why we're walking around the casino is because this is the through path on deck 3 to get from midship to forward, and our cabin's located all the way in the front. And for whatever reason, they only have one gangway open, but honestly, it looks like they're managing quite well. They don't need another one. So I feel like I usually see multiple gangways open, but you know what? Quantum of the Seas got it figured out somehow. But we did it. We got off. First ever visit of Quantum of the Seas to Ensenada. And what did Steven do? He got off and he got a taco. Yeah, that's pretty cool. History, am I right? Hopefully it gave you something fun to do next time you're in Ensenada. I know I've been not visiting, so it's nice to have something that I could possibly look forward to every time we come back here. Anyways, back to the exploring of the ship stuff. Made it back to the cabin and I just wanted to showcase something really quickly. I'm uploading the first day's video and look at 2%. 2%. I started the upload well before we left for our Ensenada adventure. I just want to say the Wi-Fi on board has been very spotty. It connects, drops, especially in the room. It's extremely rough. Thanks for coming to LA to have bad Wi-Fi. I don't think any ship in LA has good Wi-Fi. I think all of them are trash. Whatever cruise line brings out the new ship that has good Wi-Fi on that ship, I will be singing praises, making that my favorite official cruise, because this is... Okay, enough complaining, but here, out my balcony, we see the Carnival legend pulling into port. She's coming back down from Alaska on her way back towards the Caribbean. She's just passing on here as a port stop, but we're seeing here older ship, smaller ship, but this ship will be coming to Los Angeles very soon. You know what that means. When she arrives in LA, we'll be going. So it's nice to get an early look of a beautiful ship that we'll be visiting sometime soon.
When I get there.
I get it. Usually there's a debate between Royal Caribbean, Carnival, which one's better, whatever. I love cruising. It doesn't matter. Obviously, I have a preferred line. You could tell based on how many I book of one cruise line versus the other, but it doesn't matter about that. Cruising is cruising. A day at sea is better than a day at work. That is for sure. Even though it's going to be such a long time away, we don't really have to worry about it or think about it. It was exciting. You know, it's a cool ceremony moment. We're here on a ship's first arrival in Ensenada, and we get to see a ship that will eventually be arriving here in Los Angeles soon. You're watching a cruising YouTuber who's gonna nerd out about cruise ships. So we don't see very many ships on this side. Every time we get a new one, it's exciting. That's what this channel is about. We really do love the West Coast because that's where I'm from. That's my home. So it's always exciting. But anyways, enough about that. I think we're gonna head up to the SeaPlex because my sister is going to do roller skating. And as you know, it's not me, but she's doing it. So we have someone for our demonstration purposes. Let's go. Welcome back to the SeaPlex for some roller skating. So roller skating is a free activity, but you do have to make a reservation in advance. It's one of those things, just like laser tag. They have time slots every 15 minutes. You get about 30 minutes out on the floor. So that's pretty cool. Got to make a reservation on the app. You show up at your time, and then you get checked in, go through a lengthy process, get all the skates on, and then boom, you're good to go. And that's what Alyssa did, and that's why I'm stuck with the purse. I don't know if this is my color. I really don't know, but either way, since I'm up here holding the stuff, I think it might be really cool to do a montage, now hear me, with some disco music. That'd be fun. Let's do that. Alyssa had fun roller skating, and like a true little sister, she ditched me as soon as she was done to go hang out with friends or something along that line. But yeah, now I don't know what to do, and it's bright outside. All right, well, we started heading away from Ensenada. That's our day here. We did our first half, and now I guess we're officially on the ship portion of the day, though we've been on board for a little bit. Anyways, so tonight, ahead of us, we have no major show, so nothing in the theater, nothing in 270. There's only 3 shows aboard, so this is a 4-night, which means we have an extra day. There's going to be a headliner, but we are not going to cover the headliner because they always rotate every sailing. So what's on this sailing will be completely different from next sailing and so on and so forth. So that's why we're not doing that. But something we never do on the channel is we never go to see the musical talent on board. We have Schooner Bar, we have the pub, and Boleros. So different things, different places we could try testing out for this voyage and this day. So even though there's no major entertainment, I think it'll be something fun. And then later on tonight, we have Wonderland, which is a specialty restaurant we've never actually been to. So we have a lot to look forward to tonight, I think. But regardless, Ensenada, we'll see you real soon. Welcome to Schooner Bar for not piano, but some strings. Change it up, yeah? Our next musical talent takes us to the music hall for Latin music. Just finished up in the music hall, which, by the way, they're phenomenal. They're the Latin band. They're usually in boleros, but they had a spotlighted music hall, which is a fantastic. They had a fantastic set list and performance in there. It's awesome. Everyone's out there dancing, having fun. I wonder what it'd be like in boleros, but they're normally in boleros, so it was kind of a nice treat to get them in music hall, though. Our next visit on music is harp and horn for some acoustic playing in the pub. In the pub, he's pretty good, though it's really loud in there. I don't know, it's just not the best venue, in my opinion. But anyways, welcome back to the Schooner Bar, this time for piano. All the music for the evening. What'd you think? Let me know. Should we do this more often, or should we not do music? Honestly, the music they bring on board these ships are very talented, and the thing that's really cool is that there's so much different variety. I mean, you have the piano, you have strings, you have Latin, you have acoustic guitar, and then there's even Caribbean, which we've seen out on the pool deck multiple times. If you're into music, cruise ships are honestly a really great place for that, and Quantum is definitely up there with it. Off, kind of hidden over here, is where we're gonna find dinner tonight. Wonderland. Do you hear all that cheering? It's because the Dodger game's going on. Dodgers versus Phillies, 6th inning. give you a reference. They just scored too. I didn't even get to see it, but all the cheering happened. We love the LA-based cruises. Of course, we're going to be LA Dodger fans. Hopefully they win. We'll find out after dinner. We go down the rabbit hole. And upon arrival, we come to our seats and we find a paintbrush. So normally, when we talk about specialty restaurants, we're like, a steakhouse or Italian, but this is actually a special restaurant because it's Alice in Wonderland themed, thus Wonderland. And it's gonna be a fun, imaginative experience.
Magical water over here, Saran. And with that one, you need to use your paintbrush to paint this menu. Like the old school days.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Go
you
ahead.
dip it,
Little by little.
and then you just paint?
Yes, ma'am. Just
Wow.
And then slowly, as you paint, we'll reveal the menu. That's really cool. That was a little hard to see, admittedly. So the interesting thing about the menu is that we only get to pick the main course. Everything else is they're gonna pick for us. They pick 5 of the best appetizers, and then we'll see. He's gonna explain every one of them, and they're gonna be fun, different. This is not your regular dining, that's for sure.
This is actually a part of appetizer as well. This is the tomato water. It's actually a second press of tomato water. First press is discarded.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, shoot it. It's pretty good.
I didn't get it.
No nuts. Very cool. It kind of tastes like.
The tomato water, an interesting way to start off. Alyssa didn't like it whatsoever, but she doesn't even like a single vegetable, so no surprise there. Actually, what I want to say is, I think the audio was really rough when he was trying to explain what it was, because the Dodgers just scored a three-run home run. Why are we talking about the Dodgers? Alice in Wonderland? I don't know. I don't know why we're doing that. What was I supposed to say? Oh, tomato water. It's an interesting experience. You're supposed to drink it like a shot. It's like your first dish. It tastes pretty good, actually. It was different. All about the experience. Is it going to be something you would normally order? None of this stuff is what you would normally order, and that's kind of the fun about it, I think. But that was just the first dish, there's a lot more.
And as you know in the movie, when Alice wanted to have a revenge from the bird, she eat the magic mushroom. When her neck becomes so taller that she can reach up above the tree. Next what happens, the birds fly away. And pick up one member. Slowly. Pick up one cover, slowly. Yes, ma'am. Pick up
Slowly.
open up. And there's a bird fly away. This bird has little eggs for you to have it, ready to eat and boiled.
So the really unique thing is actually they have 3 different types of eggs. Alyssa has a fake cauliflower and pumpkin puree looking like egg, but it's not a real egg. Mom and Grandma are allergic to shellfish, so they have an adjusted one, regular egg yolk. And then we have like a deviled egg with, I don't know what's in it, but that's what we got. That's the actual dish right there. So their attention to detail for the allergies is amazing. That's cool. Okay, so yeah, all the different ones. I'm gonna try the deviled egg. I don't know what it is. I think there's some form of shellfish in there. That's why Mom and Grandma don't have it, but cheers, I guess. It's a little smoky, because when we pulled it out, they put cold smoke in there. You could taste it for sure, but it's a pretty good deviled egg, other than that. And then we had a shrimp. I don't know what, I guess I'll just try shrimp. That was really good. Actually, that's really good. I wish I could tell you everything. He explains everything and the whole story behind all of it. I cannot put it to words. I don't really understand it. But it's really cool what's happening in front of us. Your server is going to be like your guide, or like the Mad Hatter, kind of guiding you down the rabbit hole. That way you don't get lost. That's kind of how he put it, I think. Steven is not a good person to guide you through this. He's barely making it himself, so you have to experience it for yourself. It's been fun so far. And this dish, thumbs up.
Inside the wonton wrap, and on top there is a chicken consomme. It's the oceanic citrus tuna tartare. Tuna fish is inside. Yes, ma'am. So this tuna fish is mixed with mayonnaise and kimchi, and it's topped up with a sorbet, and caviar on top. So how do you eat that? Basically, you can pick it up everything, put it on your plate, and scoop everything from inside, put it on top of the parmesan cracker, and straight away have it. Yeah.
So the wonton soup was pretty cool. He poured it right in front of us.
Tasty.
And then this is the tuna tartare that we saw from the menu. He kind of does it where you have to do it in an order, so you eat one and then the next. So,
Very good.
wonton soup first. That's really good. The chicken consomme that he poured, fantastic.
The soup is very good.
And then the wonton portion of it.
You eat your wonton? Okay.
And then after the wonton soup, we have the tuna tartare, which they put it in a little lime, and the way they said to eat it is you just scoop it out. So not as deep as I thought. That is phenomenal. Too bad it's only one bite. The way you're supposed to eat it is you're supposed to put it on top of a Parmesan cracker. That didn't sound like me. So I didn't do that, so I just had it regular. But it's phenomenal, nevertheless. I don't think I have anything else to say. On to the next, whatever we have. Anyways, I got the snap crackle pork because it's 3 different things. Kale, a little crunchy part, and pork. I don't really know what else to say. I guess I should just jump right in and wow, that's like tender. Look at that. It's already like just pull apart. Wow. Phenomenal. It's a pork belly, but it's really not that fatty down there. The sauce is really good. All of it is just phenomenal. After 5 appetizers, though, I can't imagine that anyone wants to continue to eat. I'm already starting to get full, but this is so good that I'm just going to push past my limit of fullness and just keep eating because it's that good. So, Mom, how's your beef?
Very good. Very tender. You can cut it with a fork. You don't need a knife.
Is the fish any good, Dad?
Very good. Very good.
Alyssa.
Light. Light.
It's so good.
Grandma, do you like yours?
Yes, it's very, very good. It's very different.
It's
After trying a bite
you taste more
of
fish.
them, because we're a family, so we're kind of sharing, so that's why we got different entrees.
That's
I don't think you can go wrong with
That's actually
any
close
one
to
of these 3 dishes. They are all to die for. It's worth the wait. 5 appetizers to get here, but hey. The after action report, everyone ate their meal except for Alyssa.
Thank you.
Look at that guilty party.
Yes.
Not that she didn't like it though.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
I loved it. It's so good, but I'm just so full from the appetizer.
But anyways, I think you can tell that all of us must have liked it because we pretty much cleaned our entire plates.
Whoa. Okay, that's cool.
Magic mushroom.
Ooh.
Wow. Look at the presentation on that.
Oh, the apple.
Wow.
There's one more coming, just
One more.
One more. What are we gonna do with all this? So after the main course, you finished everything. Guess what? You're not done yet because dessert, you don't order anything. You forget about it. He brings out all of them. So that's where we're at right now. And there's still one more.
as you know in the movie when Alice and the dragon was having a fight, the whole world was melting down. So you're gonna melt the world down. Abracadabra.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Another one, this one melting due to global warming nowadays. What do you think?
Wow.
Jeepers.
So Mom and Alyssa ended up getting modifications. That's why there's really only 3 desserts, but we have 5 on the table because of the allergies. They have done a flippin' awesome job at allergies at this restaurant. I've never, the reason why we never come before is because we were worried about it, but actually they're just out of the park with it. But we're left with an impasse because we have to finish this now. I don't know how that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go at it, and then I'll catch up with you after. No matter what, you're getting all of them when you come here. So the great thing is I don't have to tell you which is better because you're gonna get it. It's a fair deal. We'll talk about it after though. But I will say, the biggest surprise was this apple wasn't a real apple. It's a mousse. That's cool. And that was Wonderland. Oh my gosh, was that such a good meal. I will say, one note, if you are picky, you don't like trying new things, this is not for you. Do not go there. This is not pick what you like and then it'll make just skip it. But if you're willing to come in with an open mind, try some fun and exciting dishes, this is it. All the desserts were really good. The chocolate, the melting around the world, that was really good. The apple was probably our least favorite dessert. It was good, just with so much desserts and you having to pick because they give you all of them, that was the least favorite. Not that it was bad, but it was good. And then the mushrooms were kind of fun and interesting, unique, pretty cool. All of it was phenomenal. All the desserts were good. Everything that we had tonight was amazing. I don't think there was a single miss, in my opinion. Granted, there was a lot of things that I wouldn't go out of my way to order if it were just up to me because, well, why would you? There's some pretty weird and interesting things. Not your traditional menu, like I said. But I do appreciate that you made it through. There's a lot to Alice in Wonderland. I will say, my friend Theme Park Express, I don't think he's done this. I'm pretty sure. That'd be a really bad friend if he did it and I don't know about it. But I'm pretty sure he hasn't done this restaurant. But I think he'd have a really good take on it. I'd be curious. Adrian, if you've done it before, I'm sorry. But if you haven't, you should definitely do this. I think your take would be pretty cool. But yeah, this was so much fun. Definitely would do it again. I definitely recommend it to anyone who's willing to try it. It was worth it. We've been pushing this one off for years. Alice in Wonderland originated on the Quantum class. We never tried it because we were always scared about what it would be about. And honestly, I'm glad that we finally broke the barrier because now I definitely know I would come back here again. Oh, but man, I am so full. They just give so much food. 5 appetizers, 1 main entree, and every single dessert under the sun. You ain't walking out hungry. Walk in hungry, actually, but you're not walking out hungry. That's for sure. So even though we didn't have a main show, we do have Crazy Quest tonight in 270. Now, we've done Crazy Quest on this channel multiple times. It's the adult scavenger hunt. We've talked about it. We'll see it in just a moment. But never have we done it in 270. We usually do it in Studio B, which is the skating rink, and there's a lot of great space for audience participation. There's a lot of great space for audience participation. I don't know how it's going to work at 270. There's a lot of barriers and whatnot, and stuff in the way, a lot of obstacles. Welcome back to 270. Also, really quickly, I just met Jason, who came up to me and said hi. I need to record. I'm sorry, everyone that has come up to me this cruise and said hi. I have not recorded anyone. It seems like I'm making all of this up, but if I met you and I'm shouting you out, then you know it's real. But everyone else probably thinks I'm insane. Well, honestly, I am insane, but that's neither here nor there. Jason, thank you so much for watching the channel. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming up to saying hi. He was at Vintages, which is the LGBTQ meetup, which is really cool that they do that. It's one of those self-led events that they host. It's nice to know that people go to those events. Anyways, quest time. Now we are 19 minutes before the show starts, and there's really not that many people here. For those of you who do know what Quest is, it is definitely an active participation game for the audience. And if there's not a lot of audience, then there's not a good Quest game show. So we'll see. There's still 19 minutes, but 270 isn't as big of a venue as Studio B, or at least it's just not the same. But at least they're hosting them in general, I guess. Anyways, we'll see what this is about. Oh, and then yeah, I am sitting way up here because I don't want to participate. I've been in it. I've been one of the team leaders. You've seen it in the chat in the past. I'm okay.
But it's time to bring out your host. It is your cruise director. It is Bow!
All right, now ladies and gentlemen, at this point I would like to see the male captain and the male captain only with a number in hand, bringing me a piece of fruit. Go! With a number in hand, wearing ladies' lipstick. Put it on! Put it on! Ladies' lipstick! T1, T2, T4, T5. It's good! Alright, hold on for a moment, hold on. I think it was Team 4. Listen. Oi! Listen! This is what I asked. Please put it on. Team 4 comes out with a nice little line on the forearm. Beautiful. But no, you guys, no, you go all the way up. All right. And I would like to see the male captain only with a lovely head, bringing me a sock with a hole on it. I need to see the hole. Need to see the hole. Need to see the hole. No. Need to see the hole. Where's the hole?
Any sock, any sock.
Where's the hole? Where is the hole? Where's the hole? Just to let you know, there is a pre-made hole on every sock that you can just put the pea through. See, a 6-piece human canoe on the floor, rowing together and moving. Go!
So they actually split it up into 5 teams. Pretty cool. And then they even gave an extra person to team 5 because clearly they don't have a clear path all the way down. But if you look, there's a lot of like dead ends and all that stuff. That there's only 3 stairways down and 5 teams, so you can see how that kind of goes unfair. However, I do have to admit that actually turned out a lot better than I thought it was. This was actually a lot more tamer as far as the quests go. It all depends on the cruise director. I appreciate the more tame versions, to be quite fair, but I do have to apologize. I went in prejudging. I was going in. I kind of remember we didn't actually officially post anything about Ovation's quest, but I went in prejudging, going like, yeah, this is not going to be any good. I'm just here to cover it. But it was actually a lot more fun, really funny, really done well. The 5 teams worked out. I appreciate it, but again, it just really depends on the cruise director and how he runs it or how she runs it. So it really just depends. But it worked out this time, so that was a lot of fun. Worth visiting at the very least on Quantum. It feels like everything on Quantum is just a little bit better than Ovation. I shouldn't be comparing, but hey, I will compare when it's for the better. Alrighty, and like that, we've come to the end of another beautiful day aboard Quantum of the Seas. We spent some time in Ensenada, we spent some time aboard, and I feel like this was a lot of fun. Ensenada was a success, the music was a success, at least I think. I don't know, I have to look back on the footage later. But then Wonderland, wow, what an amazing success. And Quest, wow, that was also better than expected too. You know, I will say that the experience aboard Quantum, I kind of came in on this ship looking a little bit down upon. I'm like, okay, this is an older ship. This isn't going to be as good. It's going to be pretty much the same. If anything, there's nothing that's going to be better, but there's been a lot of things that have just been delightfully surprised to me about how good they've been doing Quantum. This ship has been in the North America region a little bit longer because it did come from Alaska, so they've been dealing with Americans a little bit longer. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I don't know why I mentioned it, but either way, Quantum, as it being our home ship for a while, I'm okay with it. I'm really excited for this season here. You have 2 very similar ships with only minute details that are different, but honestly, the atmospheres are completely different. The crews are completely different. Just the vibe overall has been completely different, and honestly, I think I am much more for Quantum, as the parties are a lot more fun. Quest is a lot more fun. There's a lot more energy on this ship that I didn't experience as much on Ovation. Not that I didn't have I had a great time on Ovation. It just gives me more positive reasons to look forward to a season of Quantum. It's not getting that treatment that Ovation did, which I feel bad, because this ship honestly deserves it. I think this is going to be a start to a really strong season, and hey, you know what? We still have one more beautiful sea day here aboard Quantum of the Seas. I'm excited for it. Thank you so much for watching today. As always, this isn't a goodbye, but it's just a see ya real soon.